up guys, Michelle here and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video is a pretty requested video. So about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a week ago, I went out kind of last minute and my outfit was really simple. It was one of those days where, I don't know, I like to know ahead of time when I'm going out so I can plan my outfit according to where we're going or what the weather is. Like I stress that out way too much. I'm not the type that's like an hour before like, hey, let's go out and you can like throw something on. So I didn't have time, so I had a very simple outfit. It was literally a whole outfit sponsored by fucking Goodwill. It was a gray t-shirt from Goodwill, some pair of shorts that I found from Goodwill, and my pair of filas that I got not so long ago. But just so you get the idea, it was very simple. How are we gonna make this work? How am I going to make this boring ass outfit really stick out? So I was like, you know what, I don't have a lot of time. Let me just put a bright color, not so much of a bright color, but a color that's gonna stick out, but it's not like too much in your face. So I always go for a burgundy smoky eye. I feel like burgundy smoky eyes are just so beautiful on any type of really like skin color or any eye color. It's just so nice. It's always my go-to. It's my favorite eyeshadow color to use. And for today's video, I'll be actually using my favorite Dose of Colors palette, and this is the Blushing Berries palette. This palette is my go-to palette when it comes to burgundy smoky eyes because honestly, the colors in this palette are perfect. What you need for a burgundy smoky eye. It's honestly in my top 3 favorite palettes. The shadows just blend out so effortlessly and so nice, and they're so pigmented. So this is the palette that I will be using today. And yeah, for the most part, it's a pretty simple look. This is kind of like the look that I did. Very quick, very go-to. And honestly, who doesn't love a cranberry smoky eye? And since it's December, it's kind of the holidays, it kind of goes. And you can wear this look with basically anything. Like if you wear like a basic color, you just throw this on and you walk out the door and it looks like you tried more than you did. You know, here on my channel, I'm all about the lazy girl hacks when it comes to makeup. If you guys do like this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe down below, as well as hit that little notification button that will let you know every single time that I upload. Sometimes when it comes to YouTube, I will not always pop up on your feed and then you miss my upload. So you might as well just kind of ring that little bell right there and it will notify you every single time that I upload. Make sure to follow me on all of my social medias that I always leave linked down below. And if you do recreate any of my looks, please send them on my way so I can repost them on my social media platforms. And yeah, I love you guys so much. If you would like to see how I achieved this go-to lazy girl, you wanna put an oomph to your boring ass outfit, then just keep on watching and let's get started. Hey, hello. So I already got started. I did my brows off camera with my ColourPop Brow Boss Pencil. You guys know I've been loving this. And now I'm just going to conceal my lid with my LA Girl concealer. And with this concealer, I'm just going to put it all over my eye. I'm gonna prep and prime my eye with this, and I'm also not going to set my lid. And for the palette today, I'm using my Dose of Colors Berries palette, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Berry Pop with my Morphe E22 brush. And what I'm gonna start to do is just kind of pat that color in, put it all over my lid, and kind of just focus that mostly on my lid. So put as much color as I can on my lid, and then from there, we're gonna start to blend. And I am using, again, my Morphe E22 brush. Now, this brush is kind of like a very tapered, very dense brush. Now, with this brush, it's the perfect brush to use because with this brush, you're going to be able to pick up the most color since it is a little more dense. So the brush is not too fluffy. And you want to make sure you don't use a fluffy brush because that way you're going to get way more fallout and you're not going to be able to put as much color as you would with a dense tapered brush. And then once you're done placing as much color as you want on your lid, it's time to start blending out the color to your brow bone. And I'm going in with my Morphe R39. Now this is a more of a fluffier brush. It is kind of dense and it is pointed. So it's the best to use a brush like this that's not too rounded because you can really get into the corner and really go into your socket with this one and be really precise. If you use a really big fluffy brush, the color can kind of get everywhere and then you're not going to get like a set shape of your eye. So I like using brushes like this just because I have more control as to where I want the shadow to go. And what I'm going to do is just kind of start blending that color all around my eye. This look is basically focused on one color, so you just want to focus on just blending it out so everything looks even. And then little by little, I'm going to start putting more and more of the color of the same color on my lid so we get that gradient effect. And for that, I'm going back with the E22 brush again because with more dense brushes, you pick up more color. So basically go back and forth with those two brushes. What we're trying to make it seem like we're using more than one color. So blend out and then add more color. So obviously you're gonna focus more on the dark burgundy on your lid and then just kind of blend out seamlessly to the top. So it seems like we're using two colors and not just one. And then I'm going in with the shade Rose Berry, which is a much lighter shade, and with a fluffy blending brush. This is a really light fluffy blending brush. I'm going to kind of put that on top of the brow bone just to bring a lighter color, to give it more of that gradient effect, and just in case there are any rough lines, just to kind of blend that all out. And like I said before, it's all about the blending. You're gonna need to go back and forth with those 3 brushes constantly. Since we are only using one color, we wanna make sure that there's no rough patches of that one color, so everything looks nice and seamless. And then I'm going to just line my lash line with some gel liner. Very, very thinly. You wanna make this very thin, especially since we're gonna smoke it out with some black liner. We don't want it to turn into a big, thick black liner. And then I'm going in with the smudger brush with the black shadow in the palette, and I'm going to slowly start to smudge that black liner. Now, the step in this is going to start to kind of blend the black kind of like a winged liner. Now, don't worry if it looks messy. Obviously, you can see that mine looks super wonky. We're going to clean it with a wipe after, and then I'm going to go in with this Morphe kind of detail brush, and this is the M432 brush. This brush is a lifesaver for a million reasons, because it's the perfect angle to make kind of like a shadow liner, and it literally does all the work for you. So I'm just going to dip back into the shadow and kind of start shaping out a wing with the shadow, so it kind of looks like a smoke shadow when we put on our lashes. So it does not need to be perfect. We want to give it that sultry look. And then for lashes today, I'm using my Lily Lashes in Miami, no surprise, and I'm going to coat my lashes with my Forever 21 Volume and Define Mascara. I talked about this mascara in my last video, and you guys know how obsessed I am with it. And for my inner corner highlight, I'm grabbing my Subculture palette, and lately I've been loving really bright inner corners, and the shade Cube in the Subculture palette is my absolute favorite inner corner highlight. I wanted to do something like a gold, but then I was like, that's too basic. I wanted to keep it more in like the pinkish burgundy, and I feel like it gave it a beautiful look. And I'm going in with my favorite inner corner brush. Like, if you don't have this, like, you're late. This is the Morphe M508 brush. It's a definite must-have. And before we finish the rest of the eyes, I'm going to do my face, and I'm going with my Wet n Wild Coverall Primer. This is one of my favorites, and it's so cheap. It reminds me of the NYX Angel Veil Primer. It's very, very hydrating and very nourishing on the skin. And then I lost my footage again for the second time of my concealer and foundation. Literally in my last makeup video, I lost it. And yeah, no, this is just me putting on my concealer because the footage of my foundation was lost. But if you are wondering what foundation I used my Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Everything Longwear Foundation in the shade 7.0. This has been my go-to foundation recently. I haven't been able to let it go. I forgot how good it was. Now, if you do plan on getting it, it does oxidize, so make sure to keep that in mind. Try it in store, but it's so good. It literally will last you through anything. Literally anything. And it's amazing, and it's so full coverage. It's basically paint, and it feels so good on the skin. I don't know why I forgot about it. And then for concealer, I just used my LA Girl concealer in Natural. And now, after foundation and concealer, I'm going to cream contour, and this is my Ruby Kiss 3D cream contour palette. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know I literally use this in all of my makeup looks. I've never been a fan of cream contouring, only because I've never found the perfect cream contour product to use. This is so easy, and it blends out so nicely. I've never been good at cream contouring. I suck, and all I do is literally use the butt of a beauty blender and dip my beauty blender into the product, and I just go in, and it just kind of blends out for you so easily, and it feels so good on the skin. So I've been a fan. We stan, and you can actually find this at CVS, and it's super affordable, and again, it's Ruby Kiss. And then I'm just going to set the rest of my face with some Airspun, even on the places where I cream contoured. And then to bronze my face, I'm going in with my Too Faced bronzer. You guys know I never let this go. And the brush that I use, I actually got at CVS. In the CVS brand, yes, and it's amazing. It's so good. And for blush, I didn't want to go too overboard. I'm going in with my Tarte Party blush, and I'm just going to put this on the apples of my cheeks just to give us a nice little rosy color. Nothing too out of the ordinary, and it's more on the mauvier side. I wish I would have gone a little darker, but it's fine. And then I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones with some translucent powder, and it's time for highlight. And for highlight, I just went in with my Laura Geller Gilded Honey. You guys know, again, I never let this go. It's literally the best highlighter ever. It's just one of those highlights that I always reach for. It's an old reliable, I know it's never gonna let me down, and it just looks on the skin so good. I love her. And then to finish off the eyes, I'm going in with my Luxie short shader brush and with the Berry Pop shade that we used all over our eye, and I'm just going to smudge that on our lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the same black gel liner that we used on our lash line, and I'm going to water my I'm going to line my waterline, and then I'm going to go in with the black eyeshadow, and I'm going to also just shade all that together on the lower lash line so it can all come together very, very nicely. And yeah, guys, that's about it for the eyes. You are all set. Make sure to use that black eyeshadow to connect the shadowed wing, just so it all connects nice and seamless. And for lower lashes, I'm just going to coat them with the same mascara. This is the Forever 21 Volumizing and Defining Mascara, and I'm going to really heavily coat those. And then to finish off the look, it's time for lips, and I'm going to be using my MAC Whirl Lip Liner, and then I'm going to top that with also MAC Velvet Teddy Lipstick. Literally the perfect mauvey combo, and it's so hydrating on the lips. I love MAC lipsticks. And then I'm going to set my face with my Mario Badescu spray, and that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you on my next one.